The current activist movement for environmental protection, the leadership has like a selective memory of history, because even the civil rights movement won the Act of 1964 because it had a radical flank that made it appear as a lesser evil in the eyes of state power, he says. And he goes through like the suffragettes who were, well-dressed women going through the streets, breaking windows, setting fire to mailboxes, just destruction of property at a massive scale. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It is freaking incredible. It's such an exciting book to read. But no loss of life occurred during their protests. It was just about humiliating the state to such an extent in the eyes of the world, to the point where they had to bend the knee to the requests. So it was really interesting. And he goes through examples of the abolitionists. It was always slave uprisings that were kind of getting the idea into the abolitionists' head from the get-go. Same with civil rights. I mean, for every peaceful march, there were people on the periphery with weapons. MLK had his house blown up. So there's always apparently a pacifist arm asking for their ask, and then a radical arm that often utilizes destruction of property or some sort of radical means to get what they want. So it's really, really interesting. And that's essentially what they kind of talk about in this scene, but it goes by really quick, which is nice. I don't want them to get too much into laying down,
pipe
philosophy for me. Laying pipe down. Thank you.
Yeah, I did like that scene. I liked they got a little bit into that kind of stuff, and they're aware enough that they're going to be called terrorists, and then the quick discussion about the people, the Tea Party people were terrorists of their time. So I did like that scene. I thought it was good.
Yeah. They scratched the surface of what the book gets into. Really fascinating stuff.
Nice. I'll have to read the book.
It is incredible, actually. He goes, there's a long history of sabotaging fossil infrastructure, but it's never for the climate.